Woo, here we go. We are in New York City, or at least I am. And some other people in the Zoom room are here too. So let's start with breathing. Inhale, stretch out and up, reach to the skies, reach beyond the skies into the heavens, and then exhale, let it all come down like a big sigh. So big fill up, inhale, and then let it out, like flop it out, let it fall. Inhale, open. Make some noise, shake it out. And again, inhale, open. And one more time. So kind of an active throwdown. Inhale, lift. And then an active release, just easy, shake it out, shake it out. So we naturally do a physiological sigh, which is a bigger inhalation, sometimes a double inhalation, and then, and by the double, it just means you inhale and then you inhale a little bit more. But this naturally happens to us about every 5 minutes, and that reinflates the little lung sacs, the alveoli, so that they're healthy. Circling, spiral, twisting around. And if we're looking at small screens, such as phones or devices, we somehow inhibit that natural physiological response. So if we're looking at small screens, we want to remember every few minutes to take a big breath. If you're on your device a lot, just pay attention to what your body feels like. A lot of times if I'm on my device very long, I start to feel bad. So then I'm like, okay, I got to put it away, or I got to make sure I'm really breathing. All right. And a great way to do that physiological sigh, we'll just do another one now. It's a double sniff. So inhale, and then exhale. So, or it's like inhale, a little bit more, a couple more times. Inhale, let it out. And last one, inhale. Some people say it has that double inhale, but I feel like it does. Maybe it doesn't. It really just depends. Let's do opening up into a big shape of an X, crossing elbow into knee. Exhale, and then inhale, open. Exhale. If you have the wherewithal to point your foot as you push it off the floor, then try pointing your foot as you're pushing it off the floor. Crossing, trying to touch your elbow to knee, so we have this mid-limb initiation, along with a big weight shift from side to side. And then I'm going to take it to the back. Same thing. Good. And just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Big circles with your pelvis, mobilizing your pelvis, mobilizing your spine, getting nice, greasy, hydrated hip sockets with this round movement. Really reach out and think of reaching into the back space with your tail, into the front space with your pubic bone. Change direction, go the other way. And let's take it in. So your feet are parallel. You're going to circle your knees, really mobilizing through your feet. And I am bending forward, making that circle. So this is like the skier's warm up, right? If you're going to ski down the hill and you're going to cut those edges, or a skater too, you want to get this mobility in your ankles and feet, in your hips, in your legs. So 26 bones in each foot. And that allows you tremendous mobility so that we can walk on different surfaces, right? So let's just walk and think of grabbing with your feet. So you're going to walk onto one foot, walk. This is not a walk, this is a side, and then grab with your toes and pull. Step onto the other side, grab and pull. So it's like, oh, I'm going to slide off. I got to grab and pull. Slide off, grab and pull, grab and pull. If you have really short toes, it might not feel like a lot is happening. If you have really long toes, it might feel like a lot is happening. So side to side, just shifting. Like the cat scrabbling, right? Doing the cat milking maneuver. Good. And let's come in, circle the shoulders. I'm actually going to grab weights for this. You don't have to, but if you have some weights, something light here, I just have these balls. I think, I'm not sure how much they weigh. It's more than a pound. It might be 2 pounds. It might be 3 pounds. Circling your shoulders, just letting the weight give more information to the tissue, more information to your body, and of course, more weight. Change direction. And if you don't have a weight, no problem. And then we're going to do the internal rotation, external rotation. I'm just going to do it with my upper body, not so much with my legs. So scooping, rounding in, and then arching, spiraling out. Inner spiral with the arms, outer spiral. Imagine that this is going all the way into your lungs, all the way down to your diaphragm. So you're getting this movement. It is going into your lungs and into your diaphragm. So even if you're barely moving, the tissue is still connected in this like three-dimensional, like a three-dimensional knit sweater lattice work or a matrix of fascia that is the organ of form. And when we think of organ, sometimes we think of it just being like one thing, like this is the organ. But with the fascia, it is throughout our whole body, creating form, creating the shape, and helping hold that shape with it's fluid and fibrous. And some of the fluid is bound water, which is like a gel or an aspic, and then some of the fluid is free-flowing water. Good. And let's come in. Let's just take, you're going to, it's like you're going to reach forward. There's something about holding a round weight that makes me want to do more circular movement. So forward and backward. Maybe a little bit of a twist in your spine. And then I'm going to turn my hands over and go forward like I'm pawing the ground. But there's a sort of free flow in this action. I'm not super efforting. Last one. Good. And you can get rid of your weights. And let's come in and let's reach the hands out. You're going to spread out your fingers and then make a thumb. So spread out and just thumbs up. Spread out your fingers, thumbs up. Spread them out, curl them in, spread them out, curl them in. Keep them with your thumbs up. We're going to make circles backwards. As you're circling back, you're going to reach your thumb backwards. So it's like you're hitchhiking. Then we're going to change the circle forward, and you're going to spiral forward and down. Change the circle, spiral. The arm is slowly circling to the back. Change the direction, spiral forward. The thumb is slowly spiraling down. Change the direction, thumb is spiraling out and back. Change direction, thumb is spiraling in and down. Good, and let that go. Shake it all out. Let your neck and shoulders really release. And let's take it down to the floor. And let's go with a knee drop from side to side. So dropping your knees one way and then the other way, letting that massage through your hips, massage through your lower back, massage through your butt, relaxing tension, melting. My mom was here with me. She went out for a walk. She's going to go to TJ Maxx and Union Square. And then come in, because right now with my apartment in flux, the bedroom is not very habitable. So she's like, I'm out, gotta go. Let's take it down. Let's go all the way down. Inhale, stretch, reach it out. Exhale, bend your knees, coming up. Full backstroke, swimming through the space on the right. Take it down. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Left side, swimming through the space. So nice big arm circle. Take it down. Stretch, coming up. Backstroke. Take it down. Inhale, open. Exhale. Full arm circle. Nice gradated rotation in your rotator cuff with that arm circle. It means that the bone in the joint is moving in a really efficient manner. So it's like circle, 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 circle. Your chest, lungs are and heart are opening with that. But it's not like there's a big place where it has to flip over. Circle, if possible. Inhale, open, exhale, spiraling. Open it up. One more time each side. So we're doing lots of arm circles today. Lots of movement for the health of your rotator cuff. And I always feel like that is like the direct line into the heart, right? Hands, wings of the heart, wings of the lungs. Let's take those easy knee drops from side to side here on your back. Again, just massaging out the tissue in your lower back. Massaging out the tissue in your glutes. You can cross all the way over and spiral if you want to take it deeper, if you want to get a deeper spiral into your back. This always feels really good in my shoulder blades, this opening up, or between my shoulder blades in my rhomboids. Side to side. Whoa, kicking the couch, and then come in. And let's do this next stretch, but then we're really going to push back. So I'm going to do this with my knees bent. I'm going to exhale up, engaging my abs. Then I'm going to push with my head into my hands, pushing back, opening up my arms slowly. Deep breath in at the bottom. Exhale everything out. And then push with your head into your hands. So you're actively pushing into your hands with your head, strengthening the back and the neck. Exhale up. Front of the body is working. As we push back out of that stretch with our head, we are working the muscles in the back of the body. Exhale. Press it up. Create the resistance with your hands. So the hands are giving you something to push against. Exhale. Everything out. Inhale. Open and push. Fill up your lungs at the bottom. Exhale. And coming down, opening, 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 pushing, active push with your head. Last one, exhale up, chin to chest, and then push, 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 push. And relax. Let your head drop down, turn it gently from side to side. I feel weirdly congruent with my space in here. Like you can't see the other side of the room, but the other side is another pink. And there's also like, I feel like I am this pink and blue room wearing pink and blue. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Pink and blue. I really like it when men wear pink. I always find that attractive. I like it when everyone wears pink. I like it when women wear pink. I like it when men wear pink. I like it where people, non-binary people wear pink. I like it all pinks, especially hot pink, bright pink. This is kind of Pepto-Bismol-y, not my favorite color, but whatever. Inhale, arms up over your head, press your pelvis up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Children in pink, adults in pink, senior citizens in pink. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep your arms up. Take a deeper sniff in. Chest to chin. Exhale, part of the air out. And then slowly roll it down through your spine, trying to keep that lift of your chest to your chin. Roll on the exhale all the way down. When you hit the bottom, relax into the floor. And inhale, fill up with breath. We'll do that one a couple more times. So this is really giving the lungs and the heart and the spine and the organs some movement, right? By kind of creating this vacuum on that exhale as we go down. Pressing up high, chest to chin. Try to maintain that as you exhale. Hold the exhale. Roll down with the breath hold. At the bottom, fill it back up. So it kind of should feel like there's a little vacuum in there as you're rolling down with that breath hold. If it feels intense, if it's too much, don't do it, right? Listen to your body. If you feel like, oh, I don't know about this, then just take it easy. Let's try it one more time. If it feels good, 3 times a charm. Chest to your chin. Exhale part of the air out. Hold the chest to your chin. Roll it down through your spine. Relax at the bottom. And then open it up. So that should give the like the sliding surface of your diaphragm with your lungs, some movement, right? Some extra movement. And also, as we're doing that, we're kind of creating this vacuum of the organs below, and they're already kind of held down there by a vacuum. If the diaphragm wasn't there, the organs would pop up, right? There's a pressure system working in our body, which is helping us. All right, and it's high pressure moves towards low pressure. So the higher pressure, it needs more pressure in the edges to come back to the center where there's more space. Knees into your chest, twisting, spiraling. These are things that I learned from Gil Hedley and Leslie Kaminoff. Among other places. Those are some great sources for learning. Both Gil Hedley and Leslie Kaminoff. Gil Hedley, incredible somanaut, anatomist. Leslie Kaminoff, The Breathing Project, and Yogi. Bring it in, lower your feet down, and let's do one leg at a time. One leg up, the other leg reaching out. Just a little pulse, pulse, and change. Pulse, pulse, change. I'm going with pointed feet, pulse, pulse, change. And actually, one of my hamstrings is kind of sore. And I'm wondering, is it sore because I overstretched it? Or is it sore because I was working it kind of hard on the pole on Monday? I think it's a combo. And then let's flex. Go with a flexed foot. If you need to drop your head down, drop your head down. We're going to come in, shake out your legs for a second, lower one leg down, take the other leg up, flex foot. You're going to internally and externally rotate as the leg is right out in front of you. Or maybe it's here. External rotation, toes go out, internal rotation, toes go in. So we're just trying to get the back of the hamstrings. There's sort of 3 sections, and one of those bifurcates into 2 sections to have some movement from side to side, right? That internal, external rotation. We're getting the muscles and the fascia inside our body to slide around against each other with some shear. And then release it down, switch it to the other side. So instead of going for a big, huge stretch on that leg that I feel is kind of weird, I'm giving it this movement instead. Instead of yanking it in and trying to stretch out where it's feeling a little weird, I'm giving it the side instead. So if you're having an issue with something going one way, try it in a direction that is non-stressful for the area so that you can just hydrate the area and get some movement in there. And then release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. And let's take a happy baby from there. So in your happy baby, wiggle around. Stretch however it feels good to you, bending and straightening. And then roll yourself back and forth, rolling through your spine, massaging through your back. And then come up, extend your legs out in front of you. Now we're going to do that hamstring stretch. Walk your butt from side to side. Breathe into it. Inner body lengthening out. You can shift around, kind of shifting your hips from side to side, free up your spine. Again, getting that little gentle internal movement. Not that you're bouncing it, but you're micro moving, mobilizing tissue, mobilizing your organs, giving your inner body some, I like to call it fluency, like it can move easily. It's fluent in the language of movement and fluidity. All right, let's flip it over, coming onto hands and knees. We're gonna do a elbows toward the floor, come up onto your tippy fingers and lower your heels of your hand down. Elbows to the floor, come up, tippy fingers and down, which isn't fingertips. Elbows, wrist, finger and down. Let's go all the way up. So it's gonna go elbows, wrist, fingers, fingertips, tippy fingers, wrist, elbows, wrist, tippy fingers, all the way up to your fingertips. I'm doing that one at a time. Tippy fingers, heel of the hand, and down, up, through, all the way. Now I'm doing it both at the same time, but I'm kind of doing a little weight shift for that to happen. Down, up, tippy fingers, fingertips, tippy fingers, wrist, down. One more, up, tippy fingers, fingertips, tippy fingers, wrist, down. We're going to change it. You're going to come up. I'll show you facing you. You're going to internally and externally rotate your arms. So internal, external rotation there. Come onto your fingertips, internal, external rotation there. Come to the tips, internal, external rotation there. Once I'm up onto the tips of my fingers, I can really move my shoulder blades as well. There's a lot of mobility there. Good, and then relax, let that go. Circle the hands in and out, figure 8 with your hands. And release it, shake it out. Let's come onto our forearms. Forearm plank, pushing forward and backward, head and then heels, pushing through the horizon line, head forward, heels backwards. Come into center, one knee to the floor at a time, dropping down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crossing under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both knees down to the floor. So you're in this like a cat. Let's do a quick cat cow there. Arch and curl. I'm in a really weird position. Arch and curl. Letting your scapula move on your back. Spine moving. And then let's come up onto hands and knees. If you're going to circle your head, feel how that moves into your rib cage and lungs. And if it feels okay, you want to get into your tail as well. You're going to add a full cat cow with that. But start with the head and see how that goes. So either it's head tail doing the circle, or it's head and chest and lungs. And then let's start on the other direction, just the head going the other way. As you feel that start to move into your chest, let that become a little bit bigger. And then maybe it moves through your belly all the way down to your tail. And there's a whole circle happening. If you're going, what is going on here? That's fine. Just do whatever feels like you're getting some movement from your head to your tail through your core, even if it's not perfect. And then come in. Let's go into a rounded position. And then you're going to push with your arms and then sink. So you're in the rounded position, pushing through the hands and then sinking down. Arms are going to be straight, pushing up, sinking down, pushing up, sinking down. Then you're going to arch, push up, sink down, push up, sink down, push up, sink down. Then come into a neutral spine, head reaching away from the tail. Same thing, push up, sink down, push up, sink down, push up, sink down, push up, sink down. And let's do, one hand's going to come into the middle right under your sternum. Other hand opens to the gods. Look up, see up there, circle it down underneath, thread the needle, take your hand off the floor, wrap it around. If you can grab your thigh and spiral deeper. You can push into the floor with this arm that's pushing down. Unscramble. Other hand comes into center, reach to the gods, reach to the goddesses, take it down, thread the needle, hand on the floor comes up, wraps around, grabs your thigh, if possible, spiral up, this hand pushes down. Breathe into that. Big breathing. And release, unscramble, push it away. And just relax for a second. We're not going to do that one again. We could do it a bunch of times, but I feel like we're doing so much head, neck, shoulder stuff. I want to give it a break for a second. Never rob yourself of the breath, right? Sometimes we need to breathe deeper. And I feel like even I, who teach this stuff, who do breath work, like I do breath work, I do all the things, I teach it all. Sometimes like I feel embarrassed about breathing heavily or breathing out loud, and then I constrict my breath. Never do that. Nobody is worth you constricting your breath or you being smaller for them. Yeah, if you need to breathe big, breathe big. Take up space with your breath. Bring in what you need, let go of what you don't need. Let's open into a straddle. And let's just circle wrists and ankles, sitting up tall in there if possible. If you need to elevate your pelvis, you can always sit up on a towel or folded up mat, something like that. Change direction. Be creative with your resources. Yeah, the best creativity doesn't come when you have all the resources, because you don't need to be creative. It's when you're kind of like, oh my God, how am I going to do this thing? That's when the creative goes, I can do this. Hands behind your head. Take it down, elbow to the floor behind your knee. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale. We're going to add to it. Exhale, stretch out the arms, lift and open through center, fold behind your head. Take it down, reach it out. Inhale, open your lungs, open your heart, hands behind your head. Take it down, reach, open, 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 hands behind your head. Take it down, reach, open, 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 hands behind your head. Take it down, stretch it out, open it up, open your lungs, open your heart, fold in the elbows down. Well, it's not your elbows folding in, it's your hands. Elbows are folding, hands are coming in. One more time each side. Reach, open, open, open. Last one. Good. Relax. Bring your legs in for a second. Give them a bang. Rotate in and out. Let that tissue soften up again. So when we've been in a big stretch, we don't want to then engage the muscles. We want the muscles to come back to neutral. Then they're able to engage. And the same with when we've worked really hard, we don't want to immediately stretch them. When they're all pumped up, we want to let them release and then stretch them. So there's a neutral ground in between engaged and stretched. The neutral is where we come back to less tension, less stretching, where we're in neutral, we're ready to go to the next place. The transition. All right, opening up one more time. Let's take it down, face your leg, breathe into it. Push the floor away, take it down to the other side. Push the floor away, coming down the center. I'm going to flex to go down. If you've had it with this and you want to come to Baddha Konasana, butterfly position, go for it. But if you're ready, if you've got it in you, take it down, breathe into it. Full pancake if you can. Breathe, tell yourself it's okay. Don't force it, just allow it. Which doesn't mean you're going to get all the way down there, right? It's going to be what it's going to be. And it can shift a lot. The soft tissue in our body has a lot of capacity to change, but it's often the way we conceive of ourselves and our sort of holding patterns within our fascia and our nervous system that don't allow us to change, because it's like, no, this is how I am. So let's come back and do a little bit more arm stuff, because that seems to be, we seem to be doing a very arm day. So let's do a downward dog. We're going to do these upside down push-ups. Actually, I'll just show you before you get into your dog. Let me show you this way. It's going to be from my dog. I'm going to walk my feet closer. And then I'm going to take my weight forward over my arms, making a diamond shape with my hands. The wider it is, the easier, the tighter it is, the harder. Then I'm going to go head to the floor and push up. You can bend your knees if you need to. Little upside down push-ups. Assume the position, going 1, 2, trying to touch down, maybe not touching all the way down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can make it easier by making it smaller. 10. Let's do 2 more. 11. 12, and come down. This just gave me an opportunity to look underneath my couch and see all the little dust balls under there, right? The beauty of getting down on the floor is then you, you see what's happening at floor level. Let's take it onto our backs, and we're just going to do a side roll. So rolling across, massaging out your back, let your head drop into the floor, open it up, take it to the other side, surrender. Let all the tension in your neck, back, throat, shoulders melt into the floor, just letting go. Offering your tension to the earth to compost that energy, re-release it in something that you can use, letting go. And then let's start to open it up as we go through and then fold it in. Opening it up and folding it in. Opening it up and folding it in. And opening, and closing. And then come back into center. Let's do this without, so a little bit more release for the shoulders and a little bit more relaxed is you're just gonna, it's like you're smearing yourself from side to side and you're not even gonna go so far. So just going to one side and then bringing yourself back midline, through your midline to center, and then letting it fall the other way. Head and knees and bringing it back. So this really is an invitation to let go of tension in your body as you just gently fall, letting the water in your body drop toward the floor, and then bringing it back in gently to neutral, and then falling easily the other way. If we're holding a lot of tension, and I don't know anybody who isn't anymore, right? I don't see a lot of people that are really relaxed. So, but if we're, even the people who are more relaxed are still holding a fair amount of tension. So if we're holding a lot of tension in our neck, our jaw, or our lower back, this gentle movement from side to side, just taking your time to let yourself sort of fall, is going to help hydrate that tissue in your shoulders and your lower back for 2 ways. It's hydrating with the micro movement of your inner body moving, so the inner sliding and gliding, but it's also hydrating because of the compression of your body against the floor. So those are your 2 ways of hydrating and releasing that tension, bringing your awareness into sensation, going, what am I feeling? Can I let go of some of this tension? Maybe bigger breaths or some humming. Taking your time. Okay, that's enough of that relaxation. Let's get back into action. Let's do flipping over again. Just got to keep renegotiating my space here. And taking one leg out behind. We're just going to go up and down with that. Going 1, 2, 3. Long leg. 4. Front of the body opening up. 5. As you reach for the sky. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bringing it in, I want to do a set of tricep push-ups. I'm going to do the whole thing with my knees on the floor. If you want to make it easier, do it from like here and just do like a little push-up, right? So it's not a lot. If you want to make it harder, you can go with your here if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do knees on the floor. Elbows into your sides, chest open, head reaching away from your tail. Going for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come up. Relax for a second. So something that I super duper believe is that anyone at any stage of life can get stronger. Maybe not if you're at the total end stage, but even if you're fairly close, I feel like you can always get stronger, which doesn't mean push yourself so much that you have no energy. But if we push ourselves a little bit with our strength training or just being able to move more, Mobility, get down on the floor, get up off the floor. Like, this is great stuff. If you can get down and up and down off the floor easily, you're going to live longer. So here, just to finish that story, my mom, who's 83, has been at our house upstate. She's been here for a couple of months, and she's got a room upstairs. She spends a lot of time in the living room on the couch, but then she's very active. She works out, she swims, she walks. She has like a mat class that she does for herself. She has been hanging out in one of the rooms with where her TV is. She's just like taken over this little downstairs room that has a bed on the floor. And she was like, maybe we should get something so that it's not so hard to get up and down off the bed. And I was like, well, we could, but she's leaving in a couple days. And I don't want something locked in there. We can easily move that mattress in and out. This is a long story. Sorry about this, but it's interesting. So recently she's like, oh my God, Laura, I was swimming at the pool and I can pick myself up out of the pool again. She's like, I haven't been able to do that for years. The reason is because she's having to do it to get up off the floor, right? So like, she thinks, often we think we want the simpler, easier thing, but by having something where we actually have to use our body more, we're bringing in more health. So she's gotten stronger beyond with her arm strength and her back strength and her core strength, just because she's had to get up from the floor and get down to the floor, right to that mattress on the floor. Anyway, so just thinking like that. Sometimes people think, oh, I need to get the bungalow house so I don't have to go up and downstairs anymore. Go up and downstairs until the last minute that you can possibly do that. We want to give our body the strength to do things, and we can heal so much. Like, our bodies are bodies of water. Given the right circumstances, they can heal. All right, let's do one more thing here, coming down to your side. I'm going to tell another story, but we'll be moving, so it won't be so bad. Up, in, up, and down. Up, fold it in, reach it up and down. Up, fold it in, up and down. Up, fold it in, up and down. 4 more. Okay, I can't tell a story and do this exercise because it requires too much talking. In, but when we get to the stretch, I'll tell you the story. Down, up, in, up. 1 more after this, and we're going to stop at the folded in position and rotate in and out. Knee in and out, going 1 for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Bend it. Both knees are bent. Take your elbow underneath you. We're going to go up and spiral and open and come down. Up, twist, unfurl, and lower. Up, twist, unfurl, and lower. Up, spiral. Up, down. Up, spiral. Up, down. Up, spiral. Up, down. 2 more. Up, spiral. Up, down. Last one. Up and twist and up and come down. Come onto your back. Cross the leg that was on top, over, draw it in towards you. So the other story is, I was talking to a girl who used to be a dancer, and then when she was fairly young, she had like a huge injury. It injured her hamstring, tore her hamstring. So stopped dancing and became a Pilates instructor and a movement teacher. But obviously she still has a lot of desire to dance. You can just see it. Like, people are dancers. So don't get scared away from the thing that you love by an injury. Maybe the way that you were approaching the thing was too intense, but it doesn't mean you have to stop entirely. Release it. We were talking about pole dancing, and she said, oh, I would really love to pole dance, but I'm afraid I'll get injured. And my response is, you will get injured, but you will also heal, right? Like, that's the thing about, if we want to gain strength, if we move a lot, things are going to happen. It's not always going to be the perfect equilibrium of everything being wonderful, but we want to have the intelligence in our body to go, oh, I feel it happening. I'm going to back off, or I'm going to give myself time to recover, but I'm going to do fluid movement as I'm recovering. So I'm supporting the tissue. So yeah, I think people are so scared of, and also the way that the medical industry in the US, or the medical model here, doesn't really look at injuries in a way that we're healing resourceful bodies. Up and down, up and in, and up and down. Up, fold, reach. At the same time, if I broke my leg, where would I be? At the hospital. Would I want a doctor? Yes. So, of course, we do. It's great. The medical model has wonderful things, but also it just doesn't understand how fluid our bodies are and how capable of healing they are given the right circumstances. Good nutrition, lots of sleep, some movement. 2 more. Last one. Although they do know it at some degree, like my dad had a like when people have operations, hip surgeries, they're usually up and walking. Not walking easily, but like they get them moving fast in and out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And fold it in. Take your elbow underneath you. Both knees are bent. Inhale up, spiral. Inhale open, exhale down. Inhale up, twist, unfurl, lower down, up, spiral, open, down, up, spiral, open, down, up, twist, lift, and lower, up, spiral, open, down, up, spiral, open, down. 2 more, up, twist, open, and lower. Last one, up, and twist, open, and come down. Roll onto your back, cross the leg that was on top over the other one, draw it in towards you. Breathe. Hip stretch, release your lower back, soften into it. And release it, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then come up. Let's do this one. Let me just look at the time. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost done. Coming up, this is just one little knee exercise, or it's a quad exercise. It really helped my knees. I'm out of camera here a little bit, but that's okay. We're just gonna bend and then press back up. You could do this taking it back on the angle, or if you wanna make it easier, lean your body forward, right? I'm just gonna go back and try to stay fairly vertical in my spine. So we're working our quads, but we're also kind of stretching them as we go down. So it's working on the stretch, which is a great way for your muscles to heal, really, or your muscles, your soft tissue. Like my injury was a soft tissue injury around my knee, which means I wasn't like a bone on bone situation. Four more. 3, I'm going to alternate them with some different kinds. 2, last one. Good, and release. Let's just take it to a downward dog. Butt to the ceiling. Bend one knee and then the other. Calf and Achilles getting a nice little stretch. Back of the hamstrings. And then just reach your butt up, push down in your arms. Let your shoulders widen and your armpits kind of curling around, wrapping in. And then walk your feet to your hands. You can shift from side to side, let your head hang down. Breathe and melt. Soften and let go. So not only are we bodies of water, we're bodies of water. We're breathing bodies of water. And come in, roll it up. And the more that we work with our breath to help our nervous system regulate by upregulation or downregulation, right? Slowing the breath, down regulation, longer exhales, down regulation. More inhale, more upness in your breath, upregulation. It's going to give you more energy. Doesn't mean you want to be walking around like this. It just might mean like 3 big sniffs in, 3 sniffs in, or 2 sniffs. So we're kind of doing both, but we're giving our nervous system more capacity to go up and to go down. The deeper we can go, the more we can relax. The higher we can go without freaking out, the more we can be present in the world without having to shut down. All right, inhale, open, open, open. Or exhale, let it go. Also, the more that we can sort of understand the stress without running away from it, like, whoa, I feel uncomfortable, we're also able to name that. And this changes the world when I can say, "Huh, this is not cool. I'm not comfortable with this situation because I'm really feeling it in my body." Like, that's helpful for us on an animal level and for our planet. We are human beings living on planet Earth. We are made of the elements of earth, water, air, and fire, right? The sun, the breath, the water, the life force energy. Alrighty. So if you have watched this, like, subscribe, share, and give me some money.